You're listening to the Traffic and Conversion Show. I'm your host, Michelle Fernandez, and today is all about how to detach from any outcome. So stay tuned. Has someone ever told you the saying of give it up to God? I would hear people say this all the time, and I never really understood what this meant until I heard someone say, give up the how for now. Then this light bulb went off, and I was like, oh, I get it. Just do the work and trust. And then I was like, well, wait a minute. How do I let go of the how? Don't I need to know how to do something? And then I've done all the things. I get excited, then I get nervous, then I get excited, then I panic. It's just this whole roller coaster of emotions. And then I get into, well, how quickly will this happen? I've been doing this for so long and it hasn't happened yet. It's like, how many more times do I have to launch to get the results that I'm looking for? And what I've discovered is there's a difference of unanswered how questions, meaning how do you literally do something, right? Like build a funnel or run an ad campaign versus you know what to do and it's trusting the process and detaching all emotions from the outcome. Now, this was not an easy thing to fix for me. Frankly, it was extremely difficult. And I know that I am not alone. So even if you're super mentally strong, when you have money, your dreams, and your ultimately crazy cool life at stake, detaching your emotions from the outcome is the total opposite of every fiber of your being, right? And the truth is that at some point in all of our lives, we feel lost. Am I right? We've spent time, energy, money, tears, sweat to find your way out of a hard situation and gain your control back, right? Trust me, I get it. This was so challenging for me. And once I was able to get this down, it has been a total game changer in both my business and in my life. And I found two things that's really helped me detach from the outcome. Now, I can literally go through a launch with no drama. The first thing that I do is I read this book called It Is Done by Richard Dotz. It's all about surrendering, giving up the worry, and act as if what you want is already yours when it really isn't yet, right? And yet, notice how I said yet. It's truly believing 100% without any doubt that everything is always working in your favor and really being grateful for what you currently have, no matter what it is that you currently have, and for everything that's already on its way. This means that you are trusting that you will reap the wealth for all the action that you are currently taking. And I will say that if you could read any of the books by Richard Dotz, you'll already be ahead of the game. They're very easy reads and so good. So make sure you grab that one. The second thing is to know your numbers. Data will help you make decisions. There's absolutely no guessing, right? If you know what KPIs and what benchmarks that you need to hit or you need to follow, and more importantly, know what to do if you're below, at, or above those benchmarks, then you will know where your gaps are, right? What gaps you need to close and what you need to do to improve those results. So knowing your numbers gives you tremendous confidence, okay? So how do you truly detach from the outcome, right? How do you truly surrender? How do you stop worrying and stressing about what you want and stop dwelling on all the things that you don't want? Do you ever find yourself doing that? Well, how do you truly let go and really open this clearing to let everything that you want and more come into your life, right? Come into what's possible for you. All right. I'm going to share a few things that what I've discovered has worked for me. And I know that if you trust, it will work for you. Okay. So first, get clear about what you want and why you want it, right? Not being 100% clear is what holds most of us back. Sometimes we want something, but we don't really know why, right? Maybe we want it because we think that's the thing that we should be doing, right? Or we're not clear on our emotions when it comes down to getting it or having it. So what happens is we start to self-sabotage. And sometimes we even start to hold back with this self-sabotage and maybe other ways because of the stories that we're telling ourselves of all the reasons why we cannot have this thing, right? It's not having the clarity that allows us to create more stories, more resistance, and more mindset blocks that will keep you from getting any outcome. So get real with yourself. What do you want and why do you want it? And don't feel the need to share this with anyone. Sometimes people, including the people who love us dearly, can be a little judgy, right? Because they're not totally getting it. And they're not you. They're not in your head. They don't have your same wants and desires, right? Well, here's the thing though. If you really want what you don't have, it is just your responsibility. And you owe it to yourself to be honest and stop doing the things that you don't want to do. All right, next is to decide it's already done. It's going to be yours. Listen, if it already became a thought in your mind, then it's already yours. It's already physically possible for that thing to happen. Like, how bad do you want this thing? And if you're anything like me, it's like when you want something, it's like really bad, right? It's like non-negotiable. And the only thing that's holding you back from having it is really just deciding that it's yours. And once you do this, you'll accept that no matter what happens, you will not stop until it's yours, right? It is done. All right, number 3, do the work. Yes, you actually have to do work. It's not about making a wish and closing your eyes, blowing out candles, and then magically expecting this thing that you want will appear. Now, most people fail because they don't do all the work required to get, do, and be what they want. And we all have these invisible ropes, right? Picture these invisible ropes like holding us back. And no one else can see them, but we know that they're there. And most of the time, we know how they got there. This is that inner work that we all need to do. And everything in life is 80% mindset and 20% strategy. So when I say that you have to do the work, the inner work must be done on not just needing to know how to strategize, how to run ads, how to hire a team. It's like every day, every week, you decide on some sort of routine on how you can work on yourself and get ahead of the game. And then the last step can be the most challenging, and that is when you trust. Until you're able to do the first 3 things, this step is pretty much impossible, right? Now think about it. Once you've gained clarity on your goals and you've made a decision and you made a commitment to yourself that you will not give up until you reach those goals and do all the work, including the inner work, what else is left? Letting go of the worry, letting go of the stress, letting go of the overwhelm. And here's the thing, stuff will come up, right? That stuff, even though you're working on it, it's still there. And when it does, it's important to be self-aware of these thoughts and these stories that you're telling yourself. And then quickly remind yourself that you are freaking powerful. You get to choose your thoughts. You get to choose your behaviors. You, my friend, are in total control. So start to feel it. Know it deep down in your bones. And before you know it, you will see it with your own eyes. So keep doing, keep going, and every day you'll be closer than you were the day before. Until next time, let's grow your business together.